Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I'm thrilled to bring you my very first book summary video. If you're passionate about reading, looking for your next great read, or simply want to explore the world of literature with me, you're in the right place. Before we dive into the details of the book, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a video. Without further ado, let's jump right into today's book. So basically, I'm going to be sharing summaries of Valley of Fear PLAYSCRIPT. Officially, Valley of Fear is a novel written by Arthur Conan Doyle, but Adrian Flynn has changed it into a form of PLAYSCRIPT as well. Um, I think it is a very interesting play script, and today we're going to be focusing on Act 1, Scene 1 summary. McMurdo boarded a train headed for Vermissa Valley. So McMurdo is basically the main character, and he boarded a train headed for Vermissa Valley. Now, Vermissa Valley is the name of the valley, and people call it the Valley of Fear because of the mischief, all the murders and robbery and all the things happening in it. Settling into a compartment with a newspaper in hand. So he had a newspaper in his hand, and he was basically in a train compartment. He discreetly checked his loaded revolver and stashed it away. He discreetly means secretly, and he secretly checked his loaded revolver. Now, revolver means handgun. So he secretly checked his loaded handgun and stashed it away. Observing this is Scanlan and Cormac. Scanlan and Cormac were two passengers who were in the train. So when they observed this, they approached McMurdo, inquiring about his armament and background. McMurdo, identifying himself as a member of the Ancient Order of Freemen from Chicago, responded. Now, McMurdo, he was a member of the Order of Freemen. For those who don't know what Ancient Order of Freemen is, it is an organization. So yes, I was telling about the Ancient Order of Freemen. So basically, Ancient Order of Freemen was the organization that was under the control of McGinty. McGinty was the bodymaster and the leader of Vermissa Valley, and it tolerated and tortured many innocent souls and weak people that can uh, not do nothing of them. They had done many crimes, but no one dared to prove them, as they were afraid of them. So and this was this organization was in different places. So in Vermissa Valley, people were really cruelly and brutally murdered by the Scourers, who were part of the Ancient Order of Freemen. McMurdo, identifying himself as a member of the Ancient Order of Freemen from Chicago, responded. So McMurdo was one of the member of the Ancient Order of Freemen from Chicago. So he was from Chicago, basically. Upon mentioning the phrase, dark nights are unpleasant, Scanlan extended his hand, and McMurdo reciprocated with the countersign for strangers to travel. After this mutual recognition, they introduced themselves. So what happened? They both were scourers, and to to communicate, they had a sign, which the phrase they used. Scanlan extended his hand and said, Dark nights are unpleasant." Why dark nights are unpleasant? Because all the robbery, all the murders took place at night. The scourers did all these things at night time because everyone would be, you know, everyone was asleep. Would be asleep at night, and it is easy to do these kind of things at night. Nobody sees you. So Scanlan extended his hand and said this this phrase, and McMurdo finished the phrase by saying for strangers to travel. After this mutual recognition, they introduced themselves. Scanlan and Cormac then urged McMurdo to pay a visit to McGinty, the bodymaster, emphasizing that everything in Vermissa Valley operated under his authority. Now, Scanlan and Cormac they told McMurdo to visit McGinty. Now, who is McGinty? McGinty, this is how we write it, McGinty. So McGinty basically was the body master. He was the leader of Vermissa Valley, and under his authority, everything in Vermissa Valley took place. On his orders, everything would happen. At their designated stop, Scanlan and Cormac disembarked from the train. So when Scanlan and Cormac reached their destination, they went off the train. Shortly afterward, police officers approached McMurdo, but he remained cautious in his response. They issued a warning advising him to exercise care when selecting associates in Vermissa Valley. After that, when Scanlan and Cormac were gone, two police officers approached McMurdo and they warned McMurdo that he should be careful in choosing his friends in Vermissa Valley. Why did they warn him? Because the police officers were aware of the scourers and the bad people. So yes, that's why the police officers warned McMurdo. Here are some main points from the scene. The first point is that McMurdo is on a train to Vermissa Valley, as I told you. He checks his loaded revolver secretly. Remember, revolver is a handgun. Scanlan and Cormac notice this and ask about his background. McMurdo is a member of the Ancient Order of Freemen from Chicago. They use a secret phrase to recognize each other. Who? Scanlan and McMurdo. Scanlan and McMurdo. Scanlan and Cormac suggest he visit McGinty, the leader of Vermissa Valley. Who are they talking about? McMurdo should visit McGinty. Okay? Because he's the leader of Vermissa Valley. Scanlan and Cormac leave the train at their stop. Police officers approach McMurdo, but he's cautious. Okay? The police officers warn him to choose his friends carefully in Vermissa Valley. So these are some important points from the scene, Act One, Scene One. Yes. Here are some difficult words that I used in my summary. It's better if you know the meanings, so I've written the meanings as well. Now, compartment means a small space. Revolver means, as I told you, handgun. Recognize means identify. Association means group. Caution means warning. Destined means meant to be. Authority means power. Associates means partners. And armament means weapons. Do some questions related to Act 1, Scene 1. But before that, I want to clear a little thing that I've been pronouncing a word wrongly. I've been pronouncing destined wrong. I've been pronouncing it destined, and I'm sorry for that. The correct pronunciation is destined. The first question is, what secret phrase did McMurdo and Scanlan use to recognize each other in the train compartment? The answer to the first question is that McMurdo and Scanlan used the secret phrase dark nights are unpleasant and its countersign for strangers to travel to recognize each other in the train compartment. The second question is, why did Scanlan and Cormac suggest that McMurdo visit McGinty in Vermissa Valley? Scanlan and Cormac suggested that McMurdo visit McGinty in Vermissa Valley because McGinty was the body master and everything in Vermissa Valley operated under his authority. They wanted McMurdo to meet him as a form of introduction to the community. The third question is, how did McMurdo respond when police officers approached him on the train, and why did they warn him about choosing friends in Vermissa Valley? When police officers approached McMurdo on the train, he responded cautiously and didn't provide much information. The officers warned him about choosing friends carefully in Vermissa Valley, likely due to the secretive and potentially dangerous nature of the organization he was becoming involved with. This question was likely meant to advise him to be careful about whom he associates with in the community. That wraps up our discussion of Act 1, Scene 1 of The Valley of Fear by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. If you found this summary and analysis helpful, or if you have any questions or insights of your own about the scene, please share them in the comments below. Stay tuned for the next installment in our series as we dive deeper into this thrilling story. And please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future discussions on this book and more. Remember, the world of literature is full of mysteries waiting to be explored, and I'm excited to continue this journey with you. Until next time, happy reading!